Today, I want to speak to you about becoming a fisher of men. When Jesus first called his disciples, you remember he came walking past them, they were mending their nets. He said to them these words, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Matthew chapter 4 and verse 19. When Jesus first called his disciples, he didn't begin with a lecture on doctrine, a course on spiritual gifts, or a seminar on leadership. He began with one single sentence, a simple invitation that carried the weight of a lifetime. "Follow me, become my disciple, and I will make you a what? A fisher of men." These words were very clear because he chose fishermen, and he chose them on purpose because their way of life would reflect the very heart of his mission. He came to seek and to save the lost, and they would be engaged, his team, his disciples, his followers, those who he would make. And you're a disciple, you're a follower, and you are being made by him with one goal. The same goal that he began with those fishermen is now continued in and through your life, to be a fisher of men. These were professional fishermen. They knew the art of catching fish. If they didn't have the ability to catch fish, they wouldn't feed their families. They wouldn't be able to look after themselves. And he said, this has been your livelihood. This is what you've done. And that is your priority of life, has been to catch fish. But I'm now going to give you a new priority, which is to catch men. And that same commission that was given to them is your mission, your commission. He said, "Follow me." You're a follower of Jesus. You're not just following the crowd. You're not following a program, an activity. You're following him. He is your Lord. Just like they were chosen by him, those fishermen, Matthew, the others were chosen by him, handpicked. You've been handpicked by him. They were entrusted with their generation. What they began has continued through the thousands of years, and here we are today with the entrustment of our generation, just as they served their generation through the proclamation of the gospel, with signs following. So we today are the continuum of that ministry established by Jesus, given to them, and now handed down over the years. And it is our joy and privilege to share with them and with him this mission, which is what? To catch fish. You cannot separate following Jesus from fishing for souls. You cannot walk closely with Jesus and remain indifferent to what matters most to his heart. Fishing for souls is not an optional upgrade to Christianity. It is the essence of why we exist. Jesus didn't call spectators. He didn't call a fan club. He called soul winners, fishers of men. He didn't gather an audience. He didn't build a crowd, but he formed a people who would have the heartbeat of heaven, which is to reach the lost, to disciple the found, and to build the church. He trained them. And we today are being trained. We are shaped and molded by his word, feeling his heartbeat, his call, just as it came loud and clear to them. I'm trusting that the call of God will come loud and clear to the ears of your heart, that you will hear what the Spirit is saying to the church, just as they heard his appeal. Can you imagine? "Follow me, and I will make you." That power, that vision that gripped their hearts in that moment, so powerful that they'd abandon their nets, their boats, their livelihood, forsaking all to follow him. I pray that the sound of heaven would penetrate the depth of your being, that nothing would stop you from this call to service, to be a part of his mission, to be a part of what he's called you to do. He said, "I will make you," and you're being made by the Spirit. You're being made by the word. You're being made by your mentors, Bishop Jimmy and Pastor Karen and the pastoral team and me. We are investing into you with one thing in mind right now for this season, cast and catch, to make you a what? a soul winner, someone that knows the harvest, that sees the responsibility of it. Just like fishermen know where to go for the fish, we will know where to go for souls. And they knew how to catch them. I pray by the end of the season that you will know how to catch them, that you can bring in the harvest, and you would become a fisher of men. I have some questions for you. Are you following Jesus closely enough for him to shape your heart for souls, that your heart would beat in unison with his? Do you want to make yourself available like that prophet of old and say, "Here I am, Lord, send me, I will go. I have a lot to learn. I don't feel confident, but I'm open, I'm surrendered. Make me a fisher of men." I trust that by the end of this season, Cast and Catch, that the culture of this church would be shaped and forged as a soul-winning church, and that you'd be part of that glorious mission that was entrusted to them and today has been entrusted to you.